Hello everyone, welcome back to Planescape Torment. You're probably wondering why we're back at the Advocate's house. Well, it just occurred to me that I may not have talked to him on the save file. He's gonna see you again. What does he want this time? Can you tell me about your daughter? Say she was a sensate. She had a gift of sensation. Yeah, we knew all this. She is. How did she die? I don't know. On their journey. How do you know that she died? See, tell me about the fire. Is responsible? Can you tell me what was burned? Legacies? I'm just going through every option I can possibly find and think of. Anything else you can help me with? Really farewell. You know what? Screw it. We're here. Let's just do a thing. We've learned the language. Let's read it.
Updated my journal.
Because we had multiple ways of taking that quests. Why look for the guy's stupid journal when I can just relearn the language without telling the other guy that I'm kind of the one that he taught it to and killed him over it? Browse through it. There's to read about whispering shadows, of female ghosts, hiding something within your own body, paranoid ranting, the accursed tattoos, about dreams and Ravel, names the killing in the fest hall. Good God. About the whispering shadows. We've spoken to this nameless one before, you may recall, in a sensory stone, who had laid a trap so that only I could find it, and I managed to convince him to let me out by reading the tattoos on his arm. The whispers are not the shadows moving. Let me get my nameless one voice going. Oh boy. It is almost 5 in the morning, and I am ready to find Ravel for you guys so that we can carry on and I can go to bed. The whispers are not whispers are not the talking shadows moving. They are speaking, plotting, talking to each other. We can understand some of what they say. Read something else. Ghost. The book tells me things, whispers things. It tells me to avoid the ghost girl, avoid her. I don't know her, and she torments me. That must be Dayanar. Read about hiding something within your own body. And so I swallowed it, hoping it'd catch in my bowels. I can make someone remove it when I need to. Oh, we've done that. Paranoid ranting. I have learned that my life is not my own. I will not allow you to have my life. You will have to pull my life from my broken body if you want it. It's you who will die. If I cannot have it, neither will you. You are responsible for this treason of flesh. You will not live to live my life. What about the accursed tattoos? The tattoos on my will not leave my skin. I've tried to burn them off my skin. Failed. And I tried to cloak myself, but I always feel that people are reading my flesh, reading me like a book. Whenever they look at me, I want to tear their eyes out and pluck them out of the sockets and crush them beneath my heel. Interesting. Dreams about Ravel. Why can't I dream? I use the goblet of Samir to force a waking dream. I saw a hag. She tempted me, threatened me with the shadows. I've never seen her, but she came when I dreamt. I must not dream again. Must always be aware. I destroyed the goblet. She says she is someone of power, that she will have me, will find me. Get away, hag. Stay far from me. Live me in peace. I want nothing to do with you. Keep reading this portion of the journal. Her eyes reeked of her voice reeked of evil talons like spiders. They burrowed into my gray matter, and I needed her out of my mind. Out, hag! She was a myth, a fairy tale, who alone challenged the Lady of Pain. How can one fight someone who is a myth? I don't have the weapons. I need weapons that will kill her should she find me. I need a strategy so she cannot defeat me when she comes for me. I must devise and think. I shall beat her. I'll read something else. Ooh, read about the danger of names. Fear names. Names have power and identity. Names can be used as weapons by others. They are a hook that can be used to track you and find you, hunt you, and to cross the plains. Remain nameless and you shall be safe. Yeah, we talked about the power of names before with Reekwind, which does come straight out of Fey mythology. I believe I said that before already, so let's continue on. Good lord! I went to the fest hall looking for the path of my false self in its halls. So glaring was it that those I did not know, the false ones, welcomed me into their confidence, treated me as a friend, showed me my room, attended to my needs. I had restrained myself from launching out against them. That would have been premature. Of course, I need to protect my identity. I found one who knew the exclusive language of the Uyo. I learned it as I could and then killed him. Then I went to the sensorium and prepared to end the matter soon. The murderer, the one who tried to help you. There's nothing he can do. Memories are gone, he says. Never to return, he says lies, and tells me this is what he told me. Lies! He says my mind is weakening from every death. Lies! He sat there betraying my confidence at every turn. He says that after 3 more deaths, 3 more lives will I gain the benefit of keeping my memories, but that I, myself, I will die. When I die, die! How can one be immortal and still die? He could not answer, so he was of no use. I butchered him so that no other incarnation could ever benefit from his uselessness. It's interesting. Read a cryptic answer from an unknown source. So the ghastly had said, you've been divided. You are one of many men. One in many men? One in many men? You bear many names. Each has left their scars in your flesh. Oh. Lost one, immortal one, incarnation's end, men of 1,000 deaths, the one doomed to life, restless one of many. One whom life holds prisoner, the bringer of shadows, the wounded one, misery bringer, Yemeth. You wish to read about. Oh, wait, what? No, I wanted it. That's everyone unknown source. Continue reading this portion. Continue reading this portion of the journal. You are silvered glass that has cracked and the pieces scattered across history. Only one piece is of import. Regain that and your life will be yours again. There will be a price. The price will buy you a chance. Without chance, you are doomed. Continue reading this portion of the journal. You have lost that which is never meant to be separated from man. Your mortality has been stripped from you. Lost. It exists, but you must find it well before your mind is lost to you as well. Something else. Read something about a legacy. Oh, a legacy, the note read. Forget not to collect your legacy, and a small code scratched beside it. 51AA. A trap, no doubt, set by another one of my false selves. I'll see it destroyed, I will. Journal away. Okay. Greetings, Giannis. I have some questions for you. Could you tell me about legacies? Actually, I believe you have a legacy for me. 51AA, I believe. Yeah. Surprised you named it. Are you certain? That is extremely old. Are you certain? I hope that wasn't one of the ones that was burned. How old is it? Well, several decades at least. You said it might be burned. What do you mean? This office was a target of a senseless act of vandalism. A year ago, we had a break-in at the office. The vandal's sole desire seemed to... Beg your pardon. 4:25 a.m., not a good time. Vandal's sole desire seemed to be to burn my legal documentation. Much was lost. A shame, really. Sigil can be quite wearing on a person's faith. That's the voice. This is the voice I gave him. He seems to lose an inch when as he mentioned Sigil. The vandal only damaged certain documents, irreplaceable. Can you check to see if the legacy still exists? Yes, of course. It will take a moment. Very well, I will wait. Yes, fortunately, it was unharmed by the fire. All the articles are saved. Could I collect them? I am the beneficiary. Of course, sign here and here on the dotted line. There and there? Alright. There we are. That should be the last of the paperwork and the fine items in the vault. Here. Paperwork, here are all the items that were in the vault. Looks like a foundry receipt, though quite an old one. Sure. Did the deceased have something commissioned at the foundry? Oh, perhaps I'm getting him to think anything is possible. Where's the
Updated
foundry?
my journal.
Now I can go to the foundry, and I even gain some copper. I'll go there now. Kaleidoscope gem. It's the kaleidoscope eye. Usable only by good creatures. Oh, I can use this now! Strange chunk of rock. Stone gullet of Yfel the Gross. +1 save versus poison, +15 to acid. Wait, 3. The gurgling stone of Gullet Lafal was the... Oh. Asking a face and none. I'll use it. Basically, I just ate it. I'll take that kaleidoscope eye, which now I can use. Save versus spells, resistance to magic. And a Godsman receipt. I have just permanently given myself a stat boost. I'd say this is a good time to save. Oh boy, we're only... Well, whatever. Got the dang receipt. Save. Alright, here we go. To the Godsman!
I'm gone.
Walking through the night, I hate walking through the night. Walking through the night, I hate walking through the night. So I wish to speak with you. Well, I do not wish to speak with you. Farewell, I need to go to the lower world. Darn it. You know, I really should organize my spells a little better. Travel.
I'm gone.
You know what? I'm sure my party is probably fatigued from all this walking around as well, so... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap this up, and if they start getting fatigued, then we will swiftly make our way. You! Let me in! Here to pick up an order. Yes. Yes, sir. Clearly you've... Let me in! Ah. Oh, God! I didn't even notice that the shadow was there. Alright, we do not want to be here any longer than necessary, because quite frankly, this place drives me nuts. Yeah, so fancy. There's a couple people here that I want to talk to. Specifically, there is a secretary. It should not be too far where I am right now. Madeline, there you are. It's an old man traveling in.
Hell, have I seen you before? You seem familiar to me somehow.
I suppose it's possible.
I never forget the face. It'll come to me. Oh, to bottle with it.
I'm here to pick up an item.
Do you have a receipt? You need a receipt or I can't give you anything.
Yes, I do. It's a receipt from you and scrutinize.
This thing's over 100 years old! How'd you come by it?
I left for myself. I got busy. It's a hand-me-down. It was in a legacy. Not a lie.
I see. Quite a catch you've made. You go, lad. Treat this metal well, you hear?
Sure thing. Answer me a question, would you? Seeing me before. Oh, I just wanted to see your smiling face. Some gear for the forge. Want to be a smith now, lad? Very well. You'll need an apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer. Which will be 20. See, that comes to 50 copper. It's 40 coppers, old man. Sorry, that's more like 40 coppers to me. I'll pay the 50 copper. Oh, wait, what did I just start? Oops. I didn't want to do that. This is what I wanted, though. Oh. I got the little hammer. Identify this with a spell. The unfolding portal. We are not going to use that right now. Oh, the heck with it. Who am I kidding? We are so close. We are there. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm gone.
we have... Oh, dear God! That thing is instant death if it comes within too close of me. Use. And go. Rest. Oh. Well. Well. That happened. Now, if I recall correctly, there is one more thing that I need before I go to Ravel. And I know we're so close, but I need to get to a very specific item. And it's something that I can only get before I go to Ravel, and it makes all the difference towards the end of the game. Let's see. But to get there, I have to... There. Yes. Okay. So I need to, sorry for the pause, find a man by the name of Marketplace near the lower ward. Okay. Okay, so I need to find a man by the name of Laszlo here. At this point, I've used the Google so many times that I'm
gone.
Quietly relying. I've beaten this game through fair and square myself. There's Laszlo. I would dare to say that because I've beaten this game of my own, smarts and some guidance through some very kind friends, if you've beaten a game off your own skill once, then use a guide. Because sometimes I feel like guides give you too much information, and you'll unintentionally spoil storyline. So obviously there are some games that having a guide doesn't spoil anything. But something like this helps. Greetings. Yes, I have some questions. If you could. The boy looks grateful to not be toiling over the furnace. What is it I can answer for you? Maybe I'll skin around here. Is there anything worth seeing around here? See, the Great Foundry is impressive, though. Oh, you might check that out. Home of the Believers. You tell me. I suppose the amazing sights are in the upper wards. Might be better to talk about that. If there's a brothel there, the festival. Tell me about the Foundry. Tell me about the Believers. Darn it. Yeah, what faction are you? Oh, me and my dad are in depths. We're a faction that's not really a faction. What is the purpose of all these factions? Factions that govern the sigil most of the day in the business. Ugh, I need to specifically learn about something else. Tell me about this ward. Oh, aye, this is the lower ward. What common folk live here, like me and my dad. You know why it's called the lower ward? And why it's called the lower ward? Well, as it's reckoned, the ward's got immense portals to the lower planes, all riddled through it like cheese. So I suppose... So it does, so I suppose that's why the name's stuck. Are there any creatures that come out of these portals? Aye, they do. Most of them just stopping though. Stopping through. Nervous. You've seen this yourself? I've seen it. Again, 'twas just last week or so. I saw a couple of Abishai come through a portal. They talked a good bit in there, and one of them's still there. What were they talking about? I don't know if it was to me it was just hissing and such, but they were talking about the tower.
Updated my journal.
Tower. Aye, that's one of the strangest sights to be in the ward. No one really knows how long that Scarlet Old Tower's been around. You can't get into it, you know, bolted up tighter than a chastity belt. I'd be curious to know what's in there. The Abishai was gesturing at the tower and the portal. They was looking for a key, I bet. What key? The key to the portal leads to the tower. Every portal has a key that opens it somewhere. The key can be a gesture, an item, or even a thought. Many have tried hard to get into the tower. No matter how hard they try, you fail. Secret of getting in is
Updated
not
my
wanting to
journal.
get in. I don't know, Kara. Maybe. I must be going. Farewell. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of things real fast and do myself some huge favors. I am actually going to empty my inventory as much as possible. Why'd I even? I'm just going to ground... Well, at least... Well, everything has a use. Hold on to my eyeball. Boom. 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 That's important. That's important. Cheese, who knows? Could be important. There's silver earring. Awesome. Modron cube. Hold it. Dayanar's legacy. Hold it. Junk. Oh, hold my junk, Anna. I say like some 5-year-old. In the Circle of Zerthamon we will get to momentarily, but there's going to be an event that will make me want to talk to all my party members. And we will get to that. In just a little bit here. But first things first.
All right.
We have found our way into the tower, which is just simply not wanting to get in there. Siege tower. So I want to be over.
Perhaps we should talk. I've got nothing to say to you, succubus. Very well.
Excuse me, girls. I was mapping. Give me some sugar, Mike and Ike's. You approach the location where the portal that boy Laszlo spoke of. Replay the conversation in your head. Maybe the secret of getting in is not wanting to get in. Suppress any desire to enter the tower.
Portal detected. Portal detected.
Inside the siege tower. So this is by far one of the strangest parts of the game. And you can completely miss this if you're not careful. You see an iron creature. Its size is staggering. If it stood full height, it would shatter the roof of the siege tower. Thundering echoes rattle as the creature hammers away on his forge. The smell of soot and ash fills the air. I'll leave him alone for now and get a nice big zoom in on this fellow. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
There's a screaming of metal on metal as the giant turns to face you. You suddenly realize the golem is built into the siege tower itself. Girders, pipes, and huge bracers run through its lower torso, into the walls, and the bottom portion of its body makes up the forge itself. What are you?
I am iron, given purpose.
What purpose?
I forge the implements by which the multiverse will be unmade.
You mean forging weapon? You mean forging weapons? That's your purpose?
Metal is like flesh, both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, the potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth this potential and allow it expression.
Who do you make these weapons for?
I forge them for the sake of entropy. They are pain-seeking expression.
What does entropy need weapons for?
Beyond this tower, order rallies its legions. The multiverse heals its wounds. In time, its strength may equal entropy.
Multiverse is your enemy. Why?
Updated my journal.
Multiverse breathes, it grows, it stagnates, it forges its chains around the planes link by link. In time, even entropy may be chained. And you're opposed to chaining entropy. When a thing seals itself against its own destruction, it merely dies a different death.
So you're saying immortality is just a different kind of death?
Immortality is only a word. All that exists can die.
You're saying you could forge a weapon that can kill an immortal?
Every living thing has a weapon against which it has no defense. Time, disease, iron, guilt.
How do you know what weapon to use?
One must know the enemy to forge such a weapon.
And how do I do that?
Start with a fragment of the enemy, a drop of blood, a crystallized thought. one of its hopes. All these things tell the way it can die. What if your enemy strikes from a distance, from shadows, and never shows himself? Then that is the fragment of the enemy you must use. Now, the actions of your enemy have told you much. Your enemy does not wish to engage you directly. That is a weakness. Or for some reason it cannot engage me directly. That is an equal possibility. Either possibility reveals weakness. How do I exploit that? The actions of your enemy have told you that it does not wish to engage you directly. That is a weakness. How do I exploit that?
My journal.
If the enemy does not wish to confront you directly, deny its wish. Take the battle to the enemy. And if the reason it can't attack me directly is because it has no choice,
My journal.
if it is not allowed to confront you directly, find the reason. The reason will reveal a weakness. You said immortality is just a word, and all that lives can die. Could you make a weapon that could kill me? Yes. Really? How? All I need is a drop of your blood. That is all. Very well. Tool of your destruction has been forged and educated. It is not enough.
Updated my journal.
The magics that keep your heart beating and mend your flesh are strong. You must sink the blade into your body only within a shell where you are cut off from the planes. Why? The reason is not known to me, yet both the weapon and the place are necessary for your destruction. Where would I find such a shell that separated me from the planes? That is not known to me. Another question. Can you tell more of what you do with these weapons? Let's see. Interesting, so I can't really ask him anything else about that. So I got the Blade of the Immortal, and I do not want to use it yet. That is a game over. However, that will bear a use down the road. For now, let's get out of here.
I'm curious. What happened to your body?
Interesting timing, Fall from Grace.
Me? I'm the head of Vecna.
That is a very long reference.
All right.
Whoops, I interrupted. Oh well. We have a couple of things we need. So we are going to do ourselves a favor. And I'm going to do myself a favor. I'm going to do a double save here. Ugh. Flapping in and out of this. There we go. Save. Point of no return 1. And I'm going to say that to you all. That unlike what I am doing here, when you go through with what I'm about to do, it becomes difficult to return. And the reason why I had Mort hold on to these for me is because if our good old friend Mechanist there saw some of these items, he would take them away. And I do not want... He would, forbid me from leaving until I gave them to him. So now, we have what we need to do this. You unfold the shimmering metal and immediately begins crackling with life. It begins forming itself into a metallic circle hovering in the air. There's something in your possession that has activated this portal. You get the feeling you probably ought to make sure that you have everything you need. You might not be back in Sigil for a long time. Step through the portal. Everyone, welcome to the Black Barbed Maze. And I am going to call this... If I remember correctly, I'm on episode 38 now. Yes. Thank you all for attending. Episode 30... recording 38. That's what I've been calling it. Ravel found. Thank you very much, and I hope all of you have a wonderful